Why Kodak ignored the future. For most of the 20th century, Kodak dominated photography. The company became one of the most recognizable brands in the world. Families trusted Kodak to capture birthdays, vacations, weddings, and life's most important memories. At its peak, Kodak controlled the photography industry so completely that many people believed the company would last forever. But today, Kodak is no longer the giant it once was. And what makes the story even more shocking is this: Kodak actually invented the technology that would eventually destroy its own business. So how did one of the world's most powerful companies ignore the future it helped create? This is the story of why Kodak ignored the future. Part 1: Kodak's Golden Era. Kodak was founded in the late 1800s and became one of the biggest names in photography. The company made photography easier and more accessible for ordinary people. For decades, Kodak dominated the market through camera film, photography equipment, and photo development services. Its business model became incredibly profitable. Every time people took pictures, they needed Kodak film. And every time they developed photos, Kodak earned more money. The company became deeply connected to family memories and modern culture. By the 1970s and 1980s, Kodak was one of the strongest companies in America. But behind the scenes, technology was beginning to change, and Kodak failed to respond properly. Part 2: The Invention That Changed Everything. In 1975, a Kodak engineer named Steven Sasson created one of the world's first digital cameras. The invention was revolutionary. Instead of using film, the camera captured images electronically. This technology had the potential to completely transform photography forever. But there was one major problem. Kodak's entire business depended heavily on film sales. Film generated enormous profits for the company. Executives feared that digital photography would eventually destroy the business model that made Kodak successful. So instead of aggressively developing digital technology, Kodak moved cautiously. The company underestimated how quickly the future would arrive. And that hesitation would become one of the biggest business mistakes in history. Part 3: The World Goes Digital. As technology improved during the 1990s and early 2000s, digital photography started becoming more popular. Consumers loved the convenience. People could now take unlimited photos, instantly view images, and avoid buying expensive film. At the same time, computers and the internet were rapidly changing consumer behavior. Photography was becoming digital, but Kodak remained heavily attached to its old business model. Instead of leading the digital revolution, the company reacted slowly while competitors adapted more aggressively. Meanwhile, companies like Canon, Sony, and later smartphone manufacturers embraced the digital future much faster. And consumers started moving away from film permanently. Part 4: The Biggest Mistake. Kodak's biggest mistake was not a lack of innovation.